What the hell? I got it all fucked up, y'all. Hold on, give me 1 second. Y'all know we got to hit it. What's going on? What's going on, man? I need to zoom this out, bro. Like I am too close to this motherfucking camera. All right, hold on, right quick. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, cool. What's going on, all my people out there in podcast land and podcast world? We are here. We are back once again for the program Sports Talk Podcast with yours truly, young Nike fam, amazing one. And I gotta start the show out by giving a big shout out to my co-host on Tuesdays, my boy John. As you see in this picture right here, that is my boy right there. Fuck is you saying? We we got amazing thing going on Tuesday afternoons. You know, we do our wrestle talk where we have excellent conversation and banter right there. And my boy Tiger Mike, our boy Tiger Mike, I should say, going too hard. Hey, yeah, but my boy Tiger Mike, our boy Tiger Mike, real big supporter of the show, friend of the show. He made this logo and that intro video that you saw at the beginning, man. So big shouts out to him for getting that popping. And I need to make sure y'all understand that my boy King David, friend of the show, also his son is got a donation going on right now. They got a color run going on. Y'all know over here on this channel we love the kids. Make sure we support our children. We have to do that. They having a fundraiser right here. I got the link in the comments right here, so we can support. Please support our children. Like we got to push that agenda as much as possible, even if it's $1.50, whatever's whatever. I know I joke on our podcast about plugging the donation box and whatnot, but now seriously, we really got to support our children when they having fundraisers and such. I'm gonna get the other link and post it down in the chat in case anybody wants to donate. Please make sure we get that done. We got to get that right. We got to get that right. We got to get that right. But it's plenty to talk about this week here on the program. Last week, we had a very interesting week out there in the National Football League. And I got to say, oh, whoa, hold on. Where are my manners? Please like and subscribe on all platforms. Yeah, just make sure we get that in too. Make sure we get that in. And remember, everybody is definitely welcome. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. It's a lot to talk about this week. You know, we had a couple good wins this weekend. We had a couple hard losses this weekend. We had Brady and Peyton Manning doing their Mount Rushmore over there on Twitter. If you haven't checked that out, that is actually something to see. We'll discuss their Mount Rushmores a little bit later. And we're going to try to slide through these games and try to do a couple predictions. Now, I got some little news to share. I'm thinking of that Friday is going to start being our sports night. I think I'm going to end up moving sports night to Fridays. I think it's better than Wednesday, honestly. And it's an ability to get more traffic flowing through this channel because more people have more free time on Fridays. So let's see what we got shaking. Chill. How's everybody doing out there in podcast land? Oh, whoa, hold on, y'all. Wrong banner. Wrong banner. All right, yeah. Okay. So let's start. Oh shit. I'm losing my life over here, y'all. Let's start with the New York Football Giants. Y'all know we had to start off with my peoples. Now, last weekend we got a good quality win against the Chargers. I have to admit, like as a fan, there go my boy Wesley. There go my boy Wesley. What's the word? As a fan, I have to admit that it felt good, bro, to actually get a good quality win against a good quality team. And the Chargers is not really a team to sleep at. I mean, they were 3-0 coming into last weekend, and all three of their wins came by way of divisional opponents. So for us to not only get that win, look pretty impressive in the win. I mean, it looked good. Now, being a realist and understanding how football have its ebbs and flows, this week we play the Saints. Now, we go into that game as a 1.5 underdogs, which I believe is a fucking steal for all my bettors out there. I just pray to God. Shit, we all chilling. Big West. That's my boy. Hey, show my boy West some love, man. Real friend of the show. He's been here since day one. What I'm about to say, okay, yeah. I just don't want Spencer Rattler's first career win come by way of the New York Football Giants. I know my boy Nick out there itching for a win, but I just don't want it to come at our expense. Could that just take us to a whole different low, bro? Like Spencer Rattler ain't never won nothing, and now all of a sudden he wins something at our. Oh hell no! Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me look this up right quick. NFL schedule. Yeah. Matter of fact, we could do it off the ESPN shit, ESPN.com. Yes, sir. NFL schedule. Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need to succeed. That's what we need to succeed. Come, God damn it. All right. We gonna go back to week number fizzo. Okay, so we're gonna start with Arizona and who they play? The Seahawks. All right. Arizona, I believe they had 20. Yep. Arizona 20. Seahawks at 23. All right. Now, this game was a very weird game, bro. It was a clusterfuck of a game last Thursday. And this is what I feel about Kyler Murray, bro. At some point, the Cardinals have to realize that, bro, we have reached our apex, our ceiling with Kyler Murray. Like, it can't go any further. Honestly, I think at this point, it's just a change of scenery, because I don't want to call it friction because I don't want to misrepresent what I'm watching, but you could tell something is off between him and Marvin Harrison Jr. And if one had to go, my money is on Kyler Murray, because like me and my boy Anthony discussed off camera. I say, man, like I refuse to believe that a receiver with that type of talent, that type of magnitude, could have a precipitous drop off between here and college within the span of 2 years. And you can tell by his body language, like he's not really engaged. Like he doesn't feel engaged in the offense. Like it's a lack of focus, lack of concentration. And I'm not saying that he's not totally absolvable because he's not. Marvin Harrison Jr. That is. But what there go my boy right there. There go my boy. Yeah. We talking about them Cardinals and them Seahawks last week. Now, I'm not saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. is totally absolvable because, yes, as a professional athlete, more specifically a professional wide receiver in the National Football League, you got to at least not look like you phoning it in. Now, as a person that played receiver or whatever, and especially being a shorter receiver, I'm only 5'3", but when you have a short quarterback, like, and especially a quarterback that's so unorthodox like Kyler Murray, like it's tough to gauge how the ball is coming out. Now, that one pass that he completed to Marvin Harrison that went for a touchdown, that was a damn good catch. Now, that looked motherfucking good. And that Witherspoon fella, I ain't gonna lie, I respect his game out there in Seattle. I respect his game. And one thing I will say about Seattle, keep a lookout for him because their defense is actually pretty decent. I mean, well, actually better than decent. Pretty good. Offense is starting to come along. And as we can see, it's starting to look like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's starting to pay dividends with Seattle getting rid of DK Metcalf and just cashing in on them draft picks because Jackson Smith and Jigba can hold his own. He's more than capable of holding his own. He actually has some pretty good plays in that game. So help me out there in podcast land. Let me ask y'all a question: Is it time for the Cards to move on from Kyler? Because I mean, at this point, we can all agree that Cliff Kingsbury is a way better coordinator than he is a coach. Look how he had Jaden Daniels last year, and look how he had Marcus Mariota. Look how he had Marcus Mariota look in the last couple games, minus the loss they just had. He looked very good as a coordinator. My boy Rod, that's my boy. Kyler know he's done in Arizona. Now, facts. Duh. Now, let me ask you this about Kyler Murray. Like, if he was to go somewhere, where would that somewhere be? Where would that somewhere be? Because New York, the Jets, it is. Yeah, they paid him, but I believe he's only like got a year or two left on the deal. Let me see. Hold on, quick. Let me do my motherfucking goals in front of the people. In front of the people. Let's see. When did Kyler Murray? Okay. He signed through 2028. Okay, he signed through 2028. 5 years, 25 years, 200. Oh, God damn. Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. They married to that nigga. They married to him. Nah, no bullshit. Like, bruh. Look, I'm gonna just put this up so y'all can read it. Hold on right quick, man. Let me get you right. Let me get you right. Let me get you right out there. All right. Ooh, shit. Yeah, brothers, I ain't gonna lie to you. They might be married to that man. Cause Kyler Murray signed his 5-year extension with the Cardinals in July 2022. This extension is worth $230 million with 160 guaranteed, and it runs through 2028. Yeah. Oh, we will pause. Now, it's not sure. Okay, yeah. KJ, yeah. They married to him, so and that's about the same time I want to say that Marvin Harrison's rookie deal will be up. Or yeah, if they pick up his fifth year team option, which I'm sure they will. But it just don't seem like it's clicking. And again, like Kyler Murray, when D Hop went out there, we only remember D Hop's time in Arizona for 1 year, and that was like his first year there. Now I understand he got injured, but when he wasn't injured the whole time. And it's that 1 year, his first year in the game against the Bills, when he caught the game winner on like the whole defense. So I don't know. I don't know what they need. A lot of things, and honestly, the person I feel sorry for the most is Buda Baker, because it's time. In my opinion, it is time. The next game we got coming down the pike, we had young Carson Wentz out there overseas, Pittsburgh, 24. Oh man, we're gonna make this something. Still 24. Vikings 21. All right, man. Steelers and Vikings out there overseas in Ireland, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Now, look at my boys, Steeler Nation. Stand up. There you go. Now, I will say this about the Steelers. Is the offense sexy? Absolutely not. Now, Kenneth Gainwell did have a day though. Very nice. My boy Kenneth Gainwell actually had a day last week. Kenneth Gainwell, let me check my boy out right quick, man. Let's check him out. Hold on. Let's check him out one time for your mind. Let's get him right. Kenneth Gainwell ran for 99 yards on, I want to say, very few attempts. Okay, here we go. Let's get the people involved. God damn it. I ain't bullshitting. No bullshit. The entire screen. Yes, I do. All right. Add that shit to the stage. Okay, here we go. We got right here. Y'all see it right there for the people. Aaron Rodgers, 18 of 22, 1 touchdown. All right, that might look a little blurry. Hold on. Let me try to get something right here. We gotta get the views. God damn it. Hold on right quick, y'all. Let me get the zoom in popping so my people can see just a little bit more. Okay, yeah. There we go. All right. All right, hold on. We might have zoomed in just a little bit too far. All right, let's hit that box score. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, we got Steelers 24. I'm sorry. Vikings 21. The Steelers moved to 3-1 and have a stranglehold. I guess I can call it a stranglehold over the AFC North. Excuse me. We look at Carson Wentz out here. 30 for 46, 350, 2 touchdowns. Now he got put on the dirt 6 times. God damn, Steelers was getting after that chicken, wasn't it? They did, but the Steelers did give up 15 points in the fourth quarter. They got outscored in the fourth quarter. Them old folks was tired. Now, I will say this about the Steelers, and I'm sure it's something that you've heard all season. The Steelers defense will go as far as the old folks are taking. The Darius Slays, the TJ Watts, respectfully, the Cameron Hayward, respectfully, and the Jalen Ramseys of the world. Now, I will say this. They did a damn good job containing Minnesota's run game. Only gave up 70 yards between 3 people on 20 carries. The longest run they gave up all day was 11. Now, Jettas, 10 for $126 on 11 targets. I mean, that is Jettas. He is who he is. With Jordan Addison going 4 for 114. Now, this is the scary part right here. That is the scary part. That tells me that your number 2 is giving up that ass. Paul. He giving it up. Now, over here on the Pittsburgh side, DK Metcalf 5 for 126. Now, to be fair, if his longest was 80, 126 minus the 80 was what? 46 yards on 4 receptions? Well, I would keep that. I would think about that. But now this is where we go. This is where we at. Look at this. 13 tackles, 11 tackles, 6 tackles. We getting to the we wrapping up out there. One sack, sack and a half. Oh yeah. Minnesota do got a little bit of line issues right now, but Brian Flores' defense is nice. I'm not taking nothing away from that, but bro do give up a lot at times. Whatever still against those cold war free water tank, bro. That's funny as hell. Do you think this year is Mike Tomlin asses online? Yes, it should, or at least it should be. One thing I have to commend the Steelers on, I guess to a fault, they are very loyal, considering there's only been 3 coaches in Steelers history: Chuck Knox, Bill Cowher, and now Mike Tomlin. And I believe this one of the knocks on the Steelers, especially from their front office, is they hold on just too long. And we're at this point with Mike Tomlin where just going 500 or going above 500, not having a losing record, man, that's not going to get you nowhere no more, in my opinion, because you also got the most first round exits in so far in NFL history, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's cool getting to the playoffs, but come on, man, we gotta advance this. It gotta be something else. If we're being fair. Because you know how Lamar gets criticized. He does. No, they do. But that's the thing about the Steelers. Mike Tomlin is gonna have them so competitive to where you're gonna be a middle of the pack team at worst. You're gonna be a middle of the pack pick at worst. You need to. This is gonna sound crazy, but you need to suck for a year, like just flat out be trash, so you can be a top 5 pick, and you got better action at a quarterback. Let me say it like that. You got better action at it. But headed over to our next game. No, facts. They can trade up. They can trade up. Hold on right quick. Right here. Mike Tomlin was still one of the winners. That's fair. That's what I'm saying. That's what got Mike Tomlin here. We got to add something else to the repertoire. Trade up with who, though? No, you're right about that. They can trade up. But when you're a middle of the pack or the back of the end first round, those draft picks ain't really all that valuable. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, for better or for worse, the way that the NFL now is getting graded with these rookie quarterbacks, the Jaden Daniels, the CJ Strouds of the world really done fucked up the expectations of the quarterback. Brady was talking about that, like how they don't draft and develop anymore. Like, next week I'll pull up that clip of him talking about it because I didn't have it loaded already. So, but he definitely alluded to that. But what should they do? Because keeping Mike Tomlin, like I said, it's just gonna keep you in the middle of the pack, and the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a result. And at this point, I don't think it's in Mike Tomlin, the coach, losing enough to where they can have a decent shot at a quarterback. What the fuck? Okay. Hit that box, go. Next game, we got these badass Commanders versus the Falcons. The Falcons. Hey, man, what y'all think about the Falcons having a bounce back game like this? Now, granted, they did give up 27, which is a lot of points, I might add. But who's ever gonna accuse the Falcons of having a good defense? Now, let me get my people right one time. Ooh. All right, here we go. We got the Falcons moving to 2-2. The Commanders dropping to 2-2. The Commanders have not won a game on the road yet. They are 0-2. That shit look bright as fuck on the screen. Yeah. All right. The Commanders went 0-2. I mean, yeah, they're 0-2 on the road. That might be something to look at, man. Because not being able to win on the road in this league is tough. Now, granted, they haven't had Jaden, and you know how that goes, but injuries is a part of the game, as my boy Lamar Washington would say. But Marcus Mariota didn't. This is not a bad stat line for Marcus Mariota. All things considered, 156, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Michael Penix, that's a damn good bounce back game after being shut out last week by the Panthers, 30-0. And he was I ain't gonna lie, Michael Penix, he looked at bad. That might have been his worst game as a pro last week. But this is a damn good bounce back. Only 6 incomplete passes, 2 touchdowns, a pick. Only got sacked 1 time. Not bad. Bijan Robinson, that's a pretty good game to me. That's a pretty decent good game. That's a pretty decent stat line. A good, decent to good stat line for a guy of his magnitude. But he is splitting carries with Tyler. 17 carries, 16 carries. Now, over here on the Washington side, this is the guy that I'm really looking at. Because this is the guy they said is going to be the next up and coming. Because that's the guy that supposed to lead Washington with rushing and whatnot, considering they let Brian Robinson go to the 49ers. They traded him. So I know somebody that's watching this channel had him on their fantasy team and they dropped him. That was pretty tough. Look at Drake London out there. 8 for 110. Touchdown. Brian Robinson, 4 for 106 on 5 targets. His longest was 69. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Bijan, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Bijan is coming for that title as best running back in football. He's coming for that title. Debo, 6 for 72. Touchdown. Not bad. On 6 targets. Everybody else, man. Yeah, I mean, as you can see right here, Kyle Pitts, 5 for 70. Now, I would like to see Kyle Pitts get a little bit more ingratiated in the offense. Because the last 2 to 3 years, like, bro, really ain't just been involved in that offense. I don't know. What y'all think out there? Let me see. Hold on. Let me catch up, y'all. Let me catch up. Hold on. I'm gonna bring the screen back up. I'm gonna catch up. It's all right. I got yeah. We know who picked him in that fantasy, my boy. 1 and 3. Monk, what's the word? That's my boy Monkey Man, dog. We over here talking this good sports. Y'all know I'm gonna have my segment. And about 8 o'clock, we're gonna get our segment, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? To come on 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. 2 to 3 minutes, come in, talk your shit, man, and tell us why you're happy. Tell us why you're pissed off. Tell us what your fan base, what your organization can do to get better. Whatever. Just make sure you keep it respectful. They lost against the Bucks and Panthers. Beat Commanders without Jalen, and beat the Vikings. It's hard to say now. Yeah. Yep. All right, hold on right quick. Let me get back to this shit. So all in all, the Commanders are still okay. The Commanders are still in good territory to at least compete for the division. I'm not ready to write them off just yet, but we know who's gonna lead the NFC East when it all comes down to it. All right, let's go back one time. All right, hold on, y'all. Let's go back. I said let's go back one time. All right. Next game we got yeah. As y'all see right there, the Buffalo Bills. Yes, sir. Against the winless New Orleans Saints. Against the winless New Orleans Saints, man. Now, I told y'all, man, and I'm gonna scream from the mountaintops for all my gamblers out there. If the Buffalo Bills are the favorites, I bet against Buffalo because they never cover. They never cover. Buffalo is like that blanket that's on your bed that you think is gonna keep you warm at night, but it keep your toes cold. It ain't long enough to cover your toes. I don't know. Cold toes are the worst. But that's the Buffalo Bills. Like they never cover. Like they never cover. It's crazy. But 30 and at one point this was a competitive game, like which is it never should have been. Now, Spencer Rattler, 18 for 27, 126. I mean, that's cool. Need a little bit more out of that. Now, I remember this play with Chris Olave. Now, is it me? And I want to look. Hold on, y'all. I want to look at the camera when I say this. Is it me or teams that run the Philly special outside of Philadelphia? It rarely works out. It rarely works out, bro. It always look like trash. Okay, I seen that. Yeah, when the Saints go marching out, yeah, we're gonna keep that same energy this weekend. Nah, facts. Facts. You're not lying about that, Jermaine. I ain't bullshitting, man. All right. Josh Allen went for 16 for 22, 209, a touchdown and an interception. I mean, it's bound to happen with Josh Allen. He'll throw you 1, 2. Got put on the dirt 3 times. Now this man right here, hey, that top 3, that top 3 to top 4 spot, running back spot in the league. Hey, it's active competition for that spot, bro. That the top 4 is crazy right now because James Cook has been putting up numbers. At first, when he first came in the league, it was rather shaky in my opinion. But I ain't gonna lie, the last 2 years, 2.5 years, hey, bro, been panning out. That's a good stat line, 22 for 117. Not bad. Longest run, 15 yards. Josh Allen has 7 carries, 45 yards. Not really bad. Not bad at all. Now, I don't know what to tell you about this. I mean, when Spencer Rattler, you're a quarterback, I guess you can't really expect great stats. So that's just tough. Like it's just a lot going on in New Orleans. Now over here, as you can see up here, Josh Allen, he only completed 16 passes for 209. So I guess you could call this even spread, but most of the game definitely was running the ball, as you can see. So no fumbles. Pretty good defense over here. Pretty solid. Tackle for loss for Tre'Davious White, which is crazy. He ain't done playing football yet, considering the injuries he had over the years. I like this guy. Alontae Taylor, I like him. He pretty solid. Pretty solid little nickel back. Cole Bishop, pick 1 pick. Sanger, pick. All right. I mean, Buffalo will still be in contention. Buffalo will still be in contention for the number 1 seed in the AFC. I mean, especially considering their schedule ain't necessarily the hardest, all things considered. But like my boy say, there's definitely a lot of nothing going on out there in the city of New Orleans. Now, let's get to the next game. And I know my boy right there, Anthony, my boy Tone Dog. Yeah. I know he got something to say on that talking shit segment. Yeah. All right. Buffalo and Detroit. How do y'all like that? Buffalo and Detroit. Did that box go? Buffalo. Oh, I said Buffalo. Detroit and Cleveland. God damn, y'all. I'm slipping out here. Detroit 3-1. Ain't dropped the game at home yet. Cleveland 1-3. 0-2 on the road. Now we know this past week there was a bit of controversy, and we're gonna talk about that. Let me skate through the game right quick. We got Jared Goff 16 for 27, 168, 2 touchdowns a pick, pretty average ball things considered. Jahmyr Gibbs 15 on 91, pretty good game. I mean, I'll never say 91 yards is a bad game. That's a pretty good game. Quinshawn Junkins, he's trending in the right direction. He's trending. Hey, shout out to my boy Nick. I know he don't like this. But I love this. Like, hey, bro, if you got Amon-Ra St. Brown in fantasy, hey, you are a thief. You are stealing the people money. Hey, he is a fantasy boomer. No bullshit. Pretty average stuff over here with the Browns receivers, considering that Joe Flacco has only threw for 184 yards on 16 completions. He did put the ball on the dirt. And defensively, now coming into this week, Cleveland was the number one defense in football. Now, Myles Garrett was getting to that motherfucking chicken out there. I ain't bullshitting. And he had no sacks this week, but 2 tackles, 2 solos, 1 tackle for loss. I ain't really mad at that. And as you see, Detroit, 11 tackles, 7 solos. Now, honestly, not really. Not really, D Black. Wasn't really that much of a surprise at all. If you want me to answer that directly. He's like, New Orleans can't hold a nigga in jail, so what you think the field gonna look like? That's funny. That's funny as fuck. I know there was a lot of talk early in the season about who is that team that can compete with Philly. I still believe it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I had to venture a guess, I'm not getting fooled by the Lions. I'm not. Because the key to the Eagles is Vic Fangio, honestly. And I know Saquon Barkley's on the team, and we're going to get to the Eagles whenever we get there because, there's some things to talk about there. But if you can outsmart Vic Fangio or crack his system, you got action at it now. And I just can't believe, in my heart of hearts, if I had to venture a guess, I just can't believe a first-year play caller with the Lions OC is enough to outthink Vic Fangio, in my personal opinion. It takes a Todd Bowles, if you ask me. That's if you had to ask me. But yeah, we by 19 minutes away. We're gonna start run them likes. So we gotta run the likes up, please. And while you at it, I want to make sure I get this up here. Y'all know we love the kids over here, man. If y'all kids have any type of fundraising nature, please bring that to the channel. Please. Hold on. Let me put that back up there because it went down. Pause. Okay, there we go. All right. Got right to. All right. Okay. Yeah, what we got right here is my boy D. He come in here, HBK Sports. He come periodically. His son is having a color run at the school, Greenwood Elementary in Pearland. Make sure if you can, even if you donate $1, a quarter, whatever, y'all, make sure we support our kids. That's one thing we promote on this channel. We love the kids. We gotta make sure we keep our kids active and involved. And those that need a link, I have the link here in the comments. I have it right here. I'll put the link back up. I'll even repost the link right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna repost that link for y'all. Hold on right quick. All right. Oh, damn. That's how they doing me? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, damn. Hold on right quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. Shit. Gotta get that right, man. Gotta get that right, man. It's for the kids. It's for the kids, y'all. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Make sure that comes down. Okay, cool. My some respect on the Eagles' name. Who disrespecting? Who disrespecting, man? Hey, like I say, the Eagles get a lot of love on this channel. A lot of love. You understand? I respect it. I respect it a whole hell of a lot. Quite honestly. Let's see something here. What we at? We are at Detroit. I mean, we had New England and the Jets, if I am mistaken. Hold on. Oh shit. God damn it. No, New England and Carolina, excuse me. Oh, oh my lord. Oh, the Patriots bless these people. Pats 42. Panthers 13, man. What do y'all think is really going on out there in Carolina? Nah, I mean, just a little bit. This Kyrie lazy dude is killing me. What happened with him? No, they are. They are. They are. And we're gonna talk about them. But the Patriots 42-13. And right now my fucking share screen is tripping. So hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to stop that screen for a split second. The Patriots, the Mike Vrabel led Patriots. I will say this, man, and I'm gonna keep saying this every week, man. I'm gonna scream it from the mountaintop. The Mike Vrabel led Patriots will be way more competitive than the Gerard Mayo. And again, on this channel, we advocate for all brothers, all minorities to get jobs, at least an opportunity. And looking back at it, Mike Vrabel was the guy for the job. He was the man for the job. And I stand 10 toes on that. And I'm sure most of America would agree with that. The Patriots 42, Panthers 13. I don't know what to think about Bryce Young. Like, I'm so up and down with him. Now, it's still early, and it's a lot of time to turn that around. But I think Dave Canales, the coach of the Panthers, is on a very short leash. Because I don't see them going into year 3 and year 4 if this don't have some type of turnaround, especially with the Bucks being injured like they are, the Saints being non-competitive, and the Falcons really being the team. If I had to pick a team in a division that stays within its total frame majority of the season, would be the team that you most likely have to compete with on a weekly basis, I guess. Now, let me see some of this right quick. Yeah, see, Bryce Young, 18 for 30. He had 18 for 30, and I think he only had 150 passing yards. And a touchdown. Now, meanwhile, Drake May out there. Drake motherfucking May. Yeah, how do you like it? Hey, 14 for 17. 203. And 2 touchdowns. So, you know, 1 second, y'all. Now, yeah, Drake May had a hell of a day, y'all. And Mike is a good defensive coach. Not no. Mike Vrabel's a damn good coach, bro. Like when they was out there in and when he was out there in Tennessee, bro, Tennessee was competitive. Matter of fact, they was a number 1 seed one year. He took not just him, Arthur Smith too. Before he went to Atlanta, like he had Ryan Tannehill out there looking good. So you think because yes, because okay, look at these Patriots this year versus looking at them last year. It's a night and day difference now. Drake made let me pull this stat line back up. Let me pull this back up. Drake made 14 for 17, 203, and 2 touchdowns. And he only got sacked one time. Now, I still believe Ramondre Stevenson, that is walking a thin line. That job is going to be that boy Henderson from Ohio State, Trayvon Henderson. That's going to be his job. And if I'm not mistaken, Stephon Diggs went for 100 yards this game. Yeah, six catches, 101 yards. Yeah, 6. Yeah. This might be one of the best top to bottom games. Hold on. This might be one of the best games that Stephon Diggs had in a while. I mean, considering his injury and whatnot, 6 catches for 101 yards. Not bad. Everybody else was pedestrian pretty much. We got Robert Spillane, 10 tackles. Jack Gibbons, 12 tackles. Yeah, New England was flying around to that ball now, y'all. And I mean, 1 sack. I'm not too hot about that. But Carolina just got problems from top to bottom. Honestly, I think it's just one of the bottom of the barrel franchises. Just like the Tennessee Titans, they just slightly better than the Tennessee Titans, with all due respect, if there's any respect to give. But I don't know. It's a tough uphill swing for the Panthers. The Patriots continue to trend in the right direction for right now. But to answer your question directly about Mike Vrabel, like I was saying, like they're tough. Well, one thing you would never accuse Mike Vrabel of not being is tough. And he's gonna have your team tough. They're not gonna be soft. They're not gonna be like the Dolphins out there with Mike McDaniels, that other Mike in the morning. Very nice. But yeah, like bro, be happy. Be happy that Mike Vrabel is your coach. Because if Mike Vrabel would have took that Jacksonville job over Liam Cohen, ain't gonna lie. I bet you this right now. I bet you Tennessee wish they had Mike Vrabel back. But let's move on down the pipe. We ain't bullshit. Let's move on down the pipe. Yeah, y'all. We talking about it right now. I ain't bullshit. We talking about it right now. Nah, fuck that. Take these comments down. The New York Football Giants 21. This is we're making podcast history right now. This is my first podcast where I can come on here and talk about a New York Giants win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, that win did not come without cost, obviously. Now, hold on. Let me get to this box score right now. And y'all know, hurts my heart to see Malik Neighbors go down like that. Pause. Like, it's just like we just can't have nice things, y'all. It's like Smokey off of Friday. Damn, y'all can't never have two things that match. And that's us right now. That's us right now, y'all. We just can't have two things that fucking match. Hold on. I'm writing out this stat line right quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. Now, the New York Giants Oh wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure I put the right name on this. And KJ, I know my boy's still out there watching in podcast land. Real Chargers fan right there. I know that's tough, but Jackson Dart, yeah, look. Roy, you messy, cuz you out of line. You out of line. Now, man, y'all know, I've said this is the biggest New York Giants win since we beat Philly at the end of their season when they went on that terrible losing streak at the end of the season when we beat them with Tyrod Taylor. That's the last time we had a big win. And I understand, like, respectfully, Joe Alt going down, that's big. Not having Slater, and my boy Tony do bring up a good point. Without Slater, they still went 3-0. They still won 3 games out their division. True. Not having Najee, not having none of these people. East Rutherford, New Jersey at the house, man. Talk your shit. Now, I will say this. I take your Joe Alt. I take your Najee Harris. I take your Slater, and I raise your Malik Neighbors. We lost Malik Neighbors, and I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my heart. It did, and I gotta give credit what credit is due. Like I say, we never plagiarize on this channel. We don't hate, we congratulate. Tony did say, he said, this would be good for Jackson Dart for the sense that we already know that Malik Neighbors is your number one, literally and figuratively, and this will be time for the Wendell Robinsons, the Darius Slaytons, even though I really just don't really care for Darius Slayton like that, to be honest, in the Giants uniform. But I mean, he's on the roster. The old Shane skill, whatever the number 0 that returning kicks. But this particular moment is big for a Jalen Hyatt. If it's ever a time for you to be able to reinvigorate yourself or reingratiate yourself with the offense, is now. Because we're going to have a receiver by committee coming up now. And we need people that's going to be able to step up and make big plays. And I understand, bro, got drafted in the 3rd round. I get that. But honestly, I've hated this draft pick from the word go. If you look at this man highlight tape, Alabama got him drafted. I believe he had like 3 or 4, maybe 5 touchdowns that game, if I ain't mistaken. And a lot of his plays come on broken plays where he's wide the fuck open. And that rarely happens in the NFL. Not saying it don't happen, because it does, but it rarely happens. And he needs to make something happen. Now, the Chargers, if I'm the Chargers, I'm not really sweating it. It's just a bad day at the office, all the way around. And I still like the Chargers to compete actively for the division. Now, I will say this. The Chiefs, even though they already got a win over the Chiefs are starting to get their shit together, or at least that's the way it seems. So that era for margin for error, it might slim down on the Chargers. It might just slim down on them. Yeah, of course. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. At what point will the Chiefs finally hit that stride to where maybe they need to go back to the drawing board and rethink their strategy? Or is it okay for them to keep playing the football that they're playing right now? When is that time? Is that time is now? Now, I will say this before you answer that question. The Chiefs have yet to have Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy to take one snap together. That's never happened. Their grip on the league has definitely changed. As I said multiple times on this channel, the measuring stick is the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs was the measuring stick, but now it's the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Herbert, 23 for 41, 203, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Listen. Justin Herbert, I'm not down on Justin Herbert just yet. It's the postseason. Because Justin Herbert did this last season. Well, not this, but he did something of a better magnitude last season where he had a very high touchdown number and a very low pick count. And he went to that first wild card game. He threw pick after pick after pick after pick. 4 of them to be exact. Now, Lad McConkey, he was dropping passes, dog. He was dropping passes against us. He needs to pick that up. And word on the street is Tyron Tracy was going to try to practice today to see if he'll be active this week. I'm gonna look on Twitter to see if he actually how much he participated and how it was looking. But Brian Daboll said he was gonna practice today to see if he would be able to come back. But I like Cam Scatterboot right now. All right, we come on. Oh, it's 8 o'clock, y'all. So let me get through one more game, and I'm gonna get through at least 2 or 3 of y'all talking y'all shit, man. Let me put the link in the motherfucking comment section. Hold on, man. Get you come on here and talk that shit. Yeah. Okay. There you go, man. The link is in the chat right there. Just make sure you come on and be respectful as you do it. Talk your shit. And I know somebody got something real special lined up for that college football. The Chiefs' time is up. The Eagles' time is now. I can't argue with that. You can't see them. The time is now. Oh, that's funny. That's a John Cena reference. All right, let me know if y'all can access that link. I'll definitely put the link in the group chat. All right. Who gonna answer the bell this week? I know some of y'all be waiting on that little segment right. For now, things look relatively decent in MetLife. Well, look at that. Look at that. Look who's up next. Hold on. Look who's up next. It is the Philadelphia Eagles. Hold on. Whoa. It is the Philadelphia Eagles versus them Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Eagles go on to 4-0. All right. Hold on right quick, man. Philly, 31. Bucks, 25. Jalen Hurts went for, hold on, let me make sure I get that right. 15 of 24. There you go. Come on, man. I'll bring you on the stage to talk about them birds, man. Hold on right quick. Let me type this out. Jalen Hurts went 115. Nah, why you drop down, brother? Why you drop down? 32 TDs. Oh, let me see here. Baker. We ain't got to learn his last name out. Y'all know his last name. Baker went for 22 of 40. $289 and 2 TDs and a INT. All right, there we go, y'all. Right there for the people. All right, come. Where you at? Well, yeah, there you go.
My bad. I pressed the wrong. I pressed the wrong goddamn button. My bad.
All right. Now you live in effect. You live in front of the people. Not no bullshit. My boy,
can you hear me?
Matthew up in here. Yeah, we can hear you. Try not to move so much.
All right. How about now?
I can hear you, but when you move, like we can hear all that ruffling in the headphones.
Probably because it's stupid ass hoodie.
All right, now go ahead. Talk your shit. Well, first speak about the game. Speak about the game first.
I don't like nothing about the second half. I didn't like nothing about it. Like you feeding AJ these here nigga damn targets, and it completely disrupted the offense because we was on their ass in the first half. Like that blitz
Fact.
was not getting there. Jalen was cooking the blitz, and then in the second half,
he threw one incomplete pass in the first half, correct?
yeah, 15-16.
Very nice.
And then turned around and went 0-8 in the second half. I've never seen that. I've never seen a quarterback not complete one pass in a half of football. I've never seen that. That's pathetic. And to be fair, Jalen got to play better. Like he missed some throws.
Yeah,
he missed some throws. He got to play better.
I want to play this clip. Now, I'm talking shit right quick. I want to play this clip.
But what I will say is this though. I gotta say this. I gotta say this to a very select few. Like it's a very select section of the Eagles fan base. Well, I want to say this. I need each and every one of y'all to shed what my mother used to call the fuck up, please. With this AJ Brown shit. This is what he does. When you pray for the rain, you got to get the mud too. Ain't that what the equalizer said? This is what he does. And I'm at the point now where if the offense looks the way it looks and my number one ain't pissed off about it, then I don't want him to be my number one. Let's call it what it is. We 31st in passing and we got 2 top 10 receivers on the team. And what I think is a top 5 to top 6 quarterback, depending on who you're arguing for. You shouldn't be 31st in passing.
Fair.
And the OC, there's got to be some variance, yo. Like, if AJ's alone and the trips is to the opposite side, he's running a streak or he's running a curl. If he's on any multi-receiver side, whether he's on the trips or whether he's got doubles, he's running a slant or an in. If I know that watching that shit from my living room, people who are paid millions of dollars to do this know it too. That shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, we got to do something about that. You got to open that playbook up because when you did it in the playoffs, you saw what happened. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now I'm going to get to what I really want to talk about after you.
I'll just retort this right here. Well, we got people talking. Well, here we go with this one.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Well, Rod, who your top 10, Rod? Let's hear your top 10. No shade. I just want to hear your top 10.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think Smitty's better than a lot of guys' number ones.
So what are you saying? D Black is asking you. So what are you saying?
The OC needs to get his head out his ass. The OC needs to get his head out his ass. You got too many weapons to be running the same shit. Like, bro, if I see another inside zone, I'm going to physically throw up. Do we not have any other run plays? We literally ran inside zone every 1st and 10 to start the drive in the second half. And Saquon was going nowhere. Yes.
Now, I will say this right here. I understand a lot of people's perspective of the AJ Brown thing is like, bruh, y'all winning. Like, what's the issue? And in the grand scheme of things, winning is the ultimate thing. Like, we all can agree on that. Like, there's nothing bigger than winning. Now, I will say this, though. Winning feels better when you're actively involved in said winning. And the muzzle of, hey, bro, y'all winning, be cool, is only going to work for so long.
I'll take it. I won't even take it that far to make it that. I wouldn't even take it that far to make it that personal to AJ. I'll just say when you know what your offense has looked like when it's been competent and it doesn't look like that, who gives a fuck if you're winning right now? Eventually, you're gonna have to get this shit together because we've been
No
here
facts.
before.
No, facts, facts,
We've
facts,
been
facts.
here before.
And now, okay, I ain't gonna be able to play the Michael Irvin clip because it's so much to try to sort through to try to get what it is I want to speak on. Now, I was with Michael Irvin. If you caught First Take this past week,
Oh, I caught what Michael Irvin said.
the only part where I disagree with Michael Irvin is putting it at the feet of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is only out there running the plays that's getting called for him. So that's more of a coordinator issue. And again, it's one of the downsides of having a first-year coordinator. Now, and again, Kellen Moore did come in and try to kind of reset the expectations of what coordinating is supposed to look like, at least within the Philadelphia atmosphere.
But the difference with Kellen Moore is he was a first-year coordinator in Philly, not a first-time play caller.
He was an experienced play caller, so he kind of knows what's going on, how to scheme this up. I'm not saying Kellen Moore is a top 5 coach. I'm not even saying he's a top 3 coordinator, but he's competent enough to know what the fuck is going on and what you have and how to use your parts.
He's seen these ebbs and flows in games where defenses change shit up, so he understands how he can counterattack.
Right.
Kevin Patullo hasn't gotten to that point yet.
And this is just one of the downsides. But hey, I put it like this. Outside of Howie or Sirianni just making a move of getting rid of him, at least you can guarantee that Jalen will have a repeated play caller next year.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I'm okay with the growing pains because like when we talked earlier, I mentioned this earlier. Like we don't play no preseason reps. I'm taking Smitty over London. And I'm definitely taking Smitty over.
I don't have enough film on JSN just yet.
And I'm taking
he's trending.
I'm taking Smitty over London and JSN personally. I'm not mad at the list. That's just me personally, though.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this list either. I agree with everybody on this list. I would. Yeah, Drake London.
I'm taking Smitty over Drake London and JSN.
Only JSN because it ain't enough film yet. It's only been 2 seasons. Over Mike Evans? No, Mike Evans. Matter of fact, fuck a Drake London. I'm putting Mike Evans on this list. Respectfully.
Now, if it was Evans instead of London, then it would only be JSN. But since he put London down there, I'm taking him over London and JSN.
I respect the opinion. I respect the list though. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think you would have had that one. I thought you was gonna jump out the gate on me, Rod. I ain't gonna bullshit you. But I had to have my boy on here for the Eagles. So go ahead, talk your shit, bro. You got 2 minutes.
So that's just that with that. It's a patience thing, and the Eagles fan base, ever since we won that first Super Bowl in 2017, the Eagles fan base been acting spoiled as shit anyway. And winning the Super Bowl just now ain't gonna do shit but make it worse. We forgot what it felt like when we had Reggie Brown out there catching passes. When we had James Thrash and Ty Pinkston out there running routes. We forgot what that felt like, apparently. I didn't. I remember the dark days. So I'm a little appreciative right now. And I'm just a little bit more patient. So talk to me. If it looked like this when we play the Giants the second time in week 8, it still looked like this, then we can have a conversation. I'm not flipping the tables and all that. I'm gonna tell you what I really do want to talk about though. This for all my LSU people out there. Brian Kelly, get the fuck, bro.
Hey, try to be as still as possible because yeah.
Brian Kelly can kiss my ass. I said it. Yep. Don't feel bad about it either. Man, look. When we hired this motherfucker at LSU, I'm from New Orleans. LSU, at one point in time, for a majority of my life, LSU was the only good football team in the whole fucking state. I love LSU. But when we hired Brian Kelly, I told people we ain't winning a damn thing with Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly ain't never won nothing. Ever. And he was at Notre Dame forever, where he could make his own schedule and still couldn't win a national championship because they were independent. The one time he got to the national championship, it was off the back of a linebacker who had a fake girlfriend. And then he went out there at the national championship, and Nick Saban proceeded to pull his undergarments to the side and have his way with him for 60 minutes in front of the entire world on ABC. Brian Kelly is a terrible coach, and I don't like. He's one of the most overrated coaches I've ever seen. The only person that's on that same level to me is James Franklin because he can't win no big games. Brian Kelly, I'm done with Brian
Okay.
Kelly.
I had to go over.
I'm done with Brian Kelly. I can't do it no more. The man is shit
My
water
bad, y'all. I
as a
had to go
coach.
mobile, but I'm back. Go ahead.
The man is shit water as a coach. Brian Kelly is a shit water coach. And we're at the point now where we're more interested in what he got to say at the post game conference than any results he get on the field. Fuck Brian Kelly.
Now, okay, now look, I ain't gonna lie. Brian, look, look, I'm not the biggest college football aficionado, but I done seen enough to know enough about Brian Kelly and my boy James Franklin. Okay, if you had to pick whose seat is hotter, is it Brian Kelly or James Franklin from Penn State?
Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly. James Franklin was in the playoffs last year.
Gotcha, gotcha,
Brian
gotcha,
Kelly
gotcha,
can't.
gotcha.
Brian Kelly averaging 3 losses at LSU. That's a lot for LSU.
I put the link back down there in the chat. Anybody else want to come back up and talk they shit? Feel mother freaking free. All right,
I'm
my
gonna
man.
end this by saying, I'm gonna end this by saying, fuck Brian Kelly and Eagles fans. Chill out and be patient. We'll be fine. We've been here before. We'll be just fine.
All right, next. All right, my boy. You know it was good talking to you. And you know what? Hey, nah, fuck that. Hey, stay up right quick. Damn, he already jumped down. I'll tell him stay up right quick because y'all know what's coming up next. It's Rod's favorite team, and that is the Houston Texans 26, the Tennessee Titans 0. And I know I just said Tennessee, and yes, I'm walking around the house right now. I get a little mobile taste just for a little second, but this is the first shutout in Texas since 2010, I believe. Yeah, this is the first time the Texans have shut a team out since 2010. And listen, bro, I know that the Titans ain't been hot for a little second now. And dog, my boy John, my podcast host on Tuesday, my co-host on Tuesday, avid Tennessee fan. And my boy say he's not ready to give up on Bill Callahan just yet. Well, Brian Callahan, I'm sorry. And you a strong brother. that's all I can say is you a strong brother because I would have been gave up on that shit. That man is terrible as a coach. I can't understand not one good quality about the man. From not understanding the rules to just having Cam Ward out there just looking like a deer in the headlights. Okay, there we go. All right, we back mobile. We back on the computer. So hold on, y'all. Let me get back. All right, here we go. There we go. All right. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. And honestly, I just don't see what good quality he is as a coach. And let me tell you this: Bengals fans, Bengals fans have said that, hey, yeah, you do got Brian and his dad. His dad is the O-line coach out there in Tennessee, and he wasn't calling no plays out there and with the Bengals. And but they were running the system that he's familiar with. And let me ask you this: how is that working out there in Cincinnati with Jake Brown? How is that working? How is that working? And let's see right quick. Let's see right quick, man. Wait, hold up. Titan Houston 26. Houston 20. Reload, goddamn it. There we go. Texans 26. Titans nothing. CJ Stroud. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will say this about the Titans. Jeffrey Simmons is the best thing going on the Tennessee Titans. That had to be the fastest sack I've ever seen. Like he just flat out shitted on that center, bro. Like I want to say that was Andrews from the Texans that he just completely little boy. But CJ went 22 of 28, 233 with 2 TDs. But y'all know the number that we really looking for is him being well, actually. He only got sacked 2 times. He only got sacked 2 times. 22 for 28, 2 TDs, sack. Brian Calais, he's like he'd been as I'm not gonna lie to you, he might not have a spot in the league after this season. Oh, it was on Ingram. Okay. But you know what sack I'm talking about. Man, that's brutal. I'm not gonna lie to you. CJ didn't have a chance. Now, I will say this, and I know what I said last week, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Nick Carey, goddamn it. You needed this game for the offense to look decent because one thing for sure, and shout out the insta sack. Shout out to Stingley for mustering up the courage and play through his rib injury that he suffered last week, and he ended up getting an interception. Now, Cam Ward, how did y'all feel? Now y'all know I gotta ask y'all. I think he threw for 108. I think I just said 108. INT. And he got sacked 2 times. Not bad. Now, Cam Ward, how do y'all feel about his press conference? I need to ask y'all that. How did y'all feel? Like, how did y'all feel when he went on television and said, "Hey, man, to keep it a buck, we ass." I know Shannon Sharp had some things in particular to say about it. But how did y'all feel about that? How did y'all feel about that, man? I'm gonna give y'all a second to respond to that. Huh. Now I'm not gonna play this whole clip. No, he was being honest. Now, facts. That's a general consensus. Now I'm gonna play what young Shannon had to say about it. Hold on, right quick. Give me 1 second.
Here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Texans roll past the Titans 26-0, earned their first win of the season. It's the first shutout the Texans had since 2010 and their third ever. Stroud, 20 of 28, 233, 2 touchdowns. The Texans improved to 1-3. Meanwhile, the Titans remain winless. Cam Ward had a hell of a post-game presser, Ocho. Take a listen to what Cam had to say.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4. We have, at this point, we got nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our game.
Hey, was it me or if you see this episode of Nightcap? I swear to God, Chad was drunk. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't want to just throw that out there, but I think
games and we've yet to do anything. So we have to lock in, especially myself on the offensive line, from the defensive line, from the special teams to all three faces. We have to play together. We have not played together this year yet. And that's just something that, you know, we want to preach about it every day. Every day we got to do better. And we're doing that, but it has to show up on Sundays. It hasn't showed up yet, but it got to show up next week.
I like my quarterback like that.
Nah, Ocho, that's the conversation you had when we played and you and I, we were around somebody, with our friends. That's what we say. You can't say that publicly.
No.
y'all seen that look? That look is funny to the motherfucker. I didn't even notice that he gave him that look after he said that, dog.
Ocho, he's your quarterback. He has a C on his chest.
I knew
You know he can't say that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, he can't say it.
That's what you say when you around your boys and y'all somewhere, man. We some slaw.
We some slaw.
You don't. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Stir fry.
Yes.
I know the program.
I know the program.
Power structure when you're the face of a franchise, but you don't like the authenticity.
No.
You don't like the
no
rawness
not
and the answer.
Not from him, Ocho. Everybody can't say everything. He is the quarterback. He has a captain. He has the C on his chest. No, he can't say that. No, he never could. Everything, just because, look, I get it. Where he's from Miami, wherever he's from, and that's
Texas, actually. He's actually from West Columbia, Texas. So just correcting that.
We keep it a stack and we keep it a buck. No.
Hey, chat, what y'all think? Y'all have anything? How y'all feel about Cam being brutally honest about their performance the past 4 weeks? I'm curious what they'll say. I know exactly.
I mean, we heard what our chat had to say. Most of our people fucking with that.
Where you coming from?
Yeah. I tell you what, go on your job and say we terrible and see if you still have a job.
Now, I didn't like that comparison because, bro, you're trying to compare $1 million athlete who's literally the face of the franchise, who literally got millions of dollars invested and tied up into him, versus a regular schmegular person who ain't really putting a dent in the bottom line or the productivity level of a company. So I get what he's trying to say, but I'm really trying to listen to one specific part.
That's all you got to do. In that situation, you can't do it. You can't. I know it's gray and it's gonna be a great meme.
Right.
It's gonna be a meme now, and everybody's gonna be able to put that up there. Oh, we some whatever he said at the end. But everybody, if you play like people at home, they don't get the dynamic of it. Right, I get it. Y'all say whatever y'all do, whatever I would say. No, in that structure, you can't do it.
Right. I got you.
I love people, but he's not lying though. He go on your job.
All right. Hello. Let's get past this part.
To whom much is given, much responsibility comes along with that.
Yes, sir.
That is a fact. He ain't lying about that.
Damn, I kind of listen.
To be a leader,
right?
It's just not being about the best. It's knowing what to say, when to say, how to say it.
Yeah. I hate that you have to be like that as a quarterback. I hate that. I like that rawness and that authenticity. And I think to me, the message and saying it like that, the players in that locker room.
Name a great quarterback that's ever said that.
Now, that's what I wanted to, name a great quarterback that's ever said that, even though it's the truth.
That's the whole point. I hate that quarterbacks are robotic and say everything.
Okay, name a great player that's ever said that.
Said what?
Forget football, basketball, baseball. Name a player, a great one that said that.
Taking you that long to answer, it ain't too many then.
When Jordan cussed everybody out.
When you like
When
when
Kobe-
you go before,
when Kobe-
because
when
Ocho,
Kobe
look,
cursed
what
everybody
we
out.
say behind
All right, now I ain't trying to make this whole show about that. I got you, Monk. Now I will say this right here. Now, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to me, to a degree, because those are the two of the most outspoken people in NFL history. Matter of fact, there's a famous clip of Shannon Sharp saying, call a president, send the National Guard. We are beating the Patriots' ass. Like, I remember that shit. But to a degree, he is. If we're taking if we're taking it in its totality, he's actually right about that. Because white people try to spin that into but I will admit, as a leader though, as a captain, as a leader, as the focal point of a multi-million-dollar or billion-dollar company, which is an NFL team. I mean, most of them, if not all of them, are worth at least $1 billion or something close to it. Yeah, man, you gotta have a little bit more decorum, because your majority of your audience, especially out there in Tennessee, it ain't black folks. I guarantee you that. Once you get out of Memphis, good.
Nah,
You're
you in
hard pressed to find a black person. Yeah, you in Nashville like that. But go ahead, Mark. What's the word? Talk your shit.
Nah, man, I just want all my Houston teams to get it together, man. I mean, if the Astros had enough to cheat and get us a championship, I feel like the Texans and the Rockets can do the same goddamn thing. Shit.
they you saying they're not cheating hard enough?
Nah, but this is what I learned about the Houston Texans. Well, Houston teams, period, because we got to understand Nashville is the same team. And I don't know, it's just like we took right after them. It's like we out like Tennessee, they're going to always have a competitive team, but they can't never get over the threshold. Even if it was the 1 yard line Super Bowl or the inch Super Bowl or the or shit. Yeah, you could see what reason why I say Mike Draper was a good what you say his name, Mike Gabriel, Mike whatever what's his name?
Mike Vrabel with a V.
Yeah, that nigga there. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, he was a hell of a coach for that but he only had really 2 players on offense and a hell of a defense, and that was Henry and your boy that played for the Eagles.
Oh, AJ Brown.
That nigga that was playing like a veteran as a rookie. Shit.
Not facts. Now, one of the biggest knock on AJ Brown in Tennessee was him staying healthy.
Yeah. Hell, that's the only motherfucker they had to throw it to. Like, and it amazes me year after year. I don't care. You should get better than team like Cleveland Brown organization. They gotta be selling dope because ain't nobody bro. That shit over with. Like Cleveland Brown,
they gotta be doing what?
Selling dope, nigga. Ain't no. I mean, come on, bro. How do they fuck off that much money every year? They fucks off money and still stable as a franchise. Come on, man.
Well, most owners, this isn't their number one, their primary source of income. This is some of their fuck off money.
I understand that, but god damn, why we ain't got no damn NFL team? Cause shit, if I can fuck off money like that, cause bro, I'm talking about being traded to the Cleveland Browns is like saying, bro, you homeless. And when it is like, bro, like ain't nobody just like, damn, like I'm 43 years old, bro.
Talk about it.
Bro, I seen them 1 year at least drive 5 first-round quarterbacks, and we don't know where them.
Bro, the Browns didn't have, I believe, over 40, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is over 40. I believe since their reincarnation in 1999, because they left in 96 and became the Ravens, but then they came back in 1999. I believe they had about 40 different starting quarterbacks.
I hate to say this, but I feel like Shador said, because like once you become a Brown, it's like nobody else wants you. Like nobody else. They don't
Tell
want you,
that,
bro.
tell that to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but Baker Mayfield, he got away. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what they do, but they don't know how to organize no team, bro. Like that shit bullshit, bro. They like the little league team of NFL. Like that should be bullshit. Like I don't know, bro. But who you think gonna win the Super Bowl? Who your top four? Who your four pick for the AFC?
Obviously the safe pick is the Eagles for sure. The Eagles. Okay, I'll do 2 NFC, 2 AFC. Eagles and yeah, it's tough to go against Detroit. I'm gonna say the Bucks, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, fuck it. I'll take the Bucks. The Eagles and the Bucks, the Bills and the Chiefs. I know I might get a little shit out there about the Chiefs, but bro, I don't bet against them
You saying
until
the Bucks beat the But see, I'm gonna tell you, all the Bucks need is a quarterback. Like if they keep them a decent
Lord,
quarterback,
hell
they
no.
good.
How dare you disrespect Baker Mayfield?
Oh,
Baker Mayfield gets
I
it
mean,
done.
I don't know. He might be rejuvenated. He might be the new what's that nigga's name? That's the quarterback for the Falcons.
Yeah, damn, that's right on the money. 40 different quarterbacks for the Browns since 1999.
See what I'm saying? That's 1999, nigga. I was born in 81. And I started getting the football back 90. Cause I'm gonna tell you, the best team they had is the team they had that went to Baltimore. Because the Baltimore used to be Cleveland.
The
That's
Browns,
they championships.
Right. All right.
Man, I want my boy Lamar to win one, dog. I want Lamar to win one, dog.
We all do. The culture definitely wants it. Hey, send me a picture of your logo so I can promote your channel on here.
Okay.
Well, Rod, who you like off the NFC? Yeah, send me that shit so I can get you plugged and ready. Matter of fact, I gotta get bearded shit too. He sent it to me.
You want me to do your commercial or something?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Or you gotta do all that shit. You know where you can run all our shit at once and you can get that out the way without even having to say it.
Hey, show me. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna tap in with you outside whenever I get offline, and you can definitely show me how to do this shit.
I might be on another panel, but two. Okay, so who you got? You say the Bucks and the Eagles. So the Eagles going to the Super Bowl like that. I picked the Eagles out of that.
That's the safe pick. Yeah, for sure. Off top, that's the safe pick.
The Eagles gonna scare and scrape their way through the season because that's how they play, but they gonna beat your ass in the Super Bowl. I promise you that.
They special teams crazy right now.
Ass in the Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna lie, they special teams is crazy. Blocking kicks like it's going out of style. I remember Madden, like, was it 21 or 20 when there was a glitch on that motherfucker where you could block the shit out of a field goal? Yeah, that's the Eagles. That's the Eagles. But homie, I'm gonna drop you down so I can get through the rest of these games. Cause I still gotta do predictions for week 5.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna drop down.
I appreciate you, bro, for tapping in with me. My boy, that's my boy right there, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be podcasting. I know I say that a lot, but he gotta get love every time he come on my channel. My boy said, "The Bears." You funny, boy. I swear to God, you got a lot of stock in Caleb Williams. But all right, Rams, Colts, Rams 27, Colts 20. The bottom has fell out of Daniel Jones. Matthew Stafford went 29 for 41, 375, and 3 touchdowns. Daniel Jones went 24 for 33, 262, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Now, I will say this. I'm just joking when I say the bottom has fell out for Daniel Jones. Really, not really, but really. But AD Mitchell, man, I love him. He from the city. Go Horns, all that good shit. But brother, you can't celebrate until you get in the end zone. You can't nut until you get your dick in. Like I tell when I coach receivers and they be ready to run before they catch the ball and you end up dropping. I was like, bro, you can't fuck till you get your dick in. Like, I mean, that's just how it is. And look at what that does. And then not only you did that, there's a holding call on a Jonathan Taylor run that was so extra where you didn't even need the hit to hold like that. But it would have walked right in the end zone. And, you know, those mental errors is the difference between a win and a loss. And look at it. Because I can't lie. The Colts would have won that game. The Colts would have won. Bro, imagine that. But since that's happened, the Rams has went to 4-1. If we're counting the last, oh wait, I lied. 3-2 because they lost last night. But we'll talk about that next week. And the Colts are now 3-1. Tough sledding out there. Kyron Williams, you know, I'm gonna wait till next week to hold my judgment on Kyron Williams. I will say this about the Rams though, they offense is tough. If Kyron Williams learn how to keep the goddamn ball off the goddamn dirt, like bro, Matthew Stafford is slinging that football, dog. Like he slings that football, and it's crazy because a lot of people put their number one on Devontae Adams, and I mean, you know, that's how it go. But the real number one is Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is gonna fuck around and be one of the greatest 5th round draft picks of all time. He's definitely trending in that direction. If I'm not mistaken, he's leading the league in receiving yards or receptions right now. So Puka Nacua. God damn it. All right, Jacksonville 26. 49ers 21. Not gonna lie to y'all. Quiet as kept, Jacksonville has the number one defense as far as turnovers is concerned. They are the first team in NFL history to force 3 turnovers in their first 4 games. 3 turnovers every game this season. Duval. Hey, man. Hey, it's tough out there in Duval. But, now, I will say this. Remember what I told y'all about Travis Hunter? I said, bro is going to have to pick one side of the ball and stick to it. Because if we really keeping it, to quote Cam Ward, if we really keeping it a buck, he's really average on both sides. But if you were to put him on one side, I think he'll be good. And I remember I had a bunch of people sitting here saying, well, you know, they drafted him high. They should let him play both ways. Well, I'll say this. Why would you want to play both ways and increase your likelihood of being injured, knowing that these people don't pay? They did, and they gave up a first-round draft pick. See, people got to remember that. The Jags gave up a first-round pick to trade up to get Travis Hunter at number 2. The Browns are sitting with 2 first-round draft picks. Remember that. Remember that shit. The Browns is winning that trade so far. But I will say this, though. Liam Cohen is doing a good job out there, all things considered, from top to bottom, considering that they are 3-1 right now. Now, and they hold a win over the Houston Texans. So that's a pretty big deal. Now, will they beat the Colts? I don't know. Y'all think Jacksonville will beat the Colts? Considering that they are averaging 3 turnovers per game? What y'all think? If the Colts and Jacksonville linked up right now, who y'all got winning? Hold on right quick. I got to edit that. All right, there we go. T-Law went for 21 for 31, 174 on the touchdown. Brock Percocet full of them. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. It's not a bad bet. I'll tell you that right now. It's not a bad bet at all. Brock Percocet. I ain't gonna lie, man. I fuck with Brock Purdy. I do. But let's get one thing straight. Matt Jones do look good over these last couple weeks. He have looked good, but I would expect that of Mac Jones, considering he was a high draft pick, and his rookie year he showed a lot of promise. It's just being between Jacksonville and the Patriots, they fucked him up. Now he's out there with a good coordinator, good play caller that can set him up and put him in good positions to actually thrive. Brock got to clean up his turnovers, though. He got to clean that shit up. He do turn that football over. But my boy full of that fentanyl right now, man. He needs some more Narcan. That's what he need. And considering, I ain't gonna lie, Kevin Bourne went the fuck off last night, man. Hey, hats off to whoever had Kendrick Bourne playing last night on your fantasy, man. You came up a winner. Oh, bullshit. Christian McCaffrey had 17 carries for 49 yards. Travis Etienne, oh my goodness. Yeah, make sure I put him up there. TE. Yeah, 19 carries. 19 carries for 124. And a TD. And Travis Etienne, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? He looked good. He looked good. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had him on a trade block. Yeah, I was surprised that Tank Bigsby got traded over Travis Etienne. Cause bro kind of was lacking a little bit. But shouts out to Jacksonville, man. They finally putting that shit together. They are finally putting that shit together. All right, got 2 more games to get through. All right, we got the Chiefs. Chiefs 37. Ravens 20. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Lamar disappointed me, man. Cuz only gave me like 12 points on fantasy last week, bro. Oh man, I'm hot about that. Super hot. 14 to 20. 147. TD. He threw a pick. He got sacked 3 times. 3 times. And Pat had his first 4 touchdown game since 2023, I believe. I think that's what he said, 25 or 40, 25 or 37. 240 plus and 4 TDs. Now, do y'all think that the Chiefs are back? What y'all think? Look out for Jacksonville in the future, not just because of Hunter. I agree. Well, no, that's what I said a few minutes ago. I said Jacksonville, if they get matched up with the Colts right now, it's not a bad bet to put it on Jacksonville. And if the Texans don't get their shit together fast, I ain't gonna lie to you. The Jacksonville look like the AFC South is more competitive than I thought it would be. I thought it was just the Texans, point blank, period. But obviously, I'm wrong about that. You think the Ravens are cooked? Whee! You think they stir fry? That's my to keep it a buck. You think they ass? Now, I will say this week coming up, the Texans play the Ravens, Lamar Jackson list Ravens, and believe it or not, the Ravens are the favorites. Crazy, ain't it? Derrick Henry. Now there's a stat out there. There is a goddamn stat that says that hold on right quick. Let me see what this is. Whoops, that's the Vikings game. Okay, yeah. These are the Ravens injuries right now. These people did not practice as of today. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Chidobe Awuzie, Patrick Ricard, and this guy. Not to mention a D tackle just went out with a season-ending injury. When they finally put him on a season-ending injury reserve. And honestly, right now, wicked. Now, right now, the Ravens, I'm gonna put this back up here again. The Ravens got a lot to get together, man. If they want, oh shit, I keep putting the Vikings up there. If they really want to make a push for the playoffs, damn the division, the playoffs, they got to get their injuries together and they got to get their defense together. Now, I will say this: Zach Orr should not have a job by the end of the season. We're looking at the Ravens. Well, we're discussing the Ravens and the Chiefs from last week, but I just had to segue on the Ravens present day. Now, if Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, have a job next season, something's really wrong out there in Baltimore. If their secondary coach have a job after this season, something is very wrong out there in Baltimore. Kyle Hamilton that's the best he can do. That's the best I can do. That's the best he can do. He's playing down there at an all-pro level, but he's not getting any help out there. And it got to be tough to be a Ravens fan right now. I mean, right now, they have not won a game on the road. They are 1-3. They have the Texans this week at home. And even though the Ravens are the favorites, I might be leaning the Texans' way. Now, as far as the Chiefs are concerned, we got to take this into account. Xavier Worthy, Travis Kelce, Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice. These people have, and I think I said Travis. Yeah, I said Travis Kelce already. These four people has never taken a snap together. So we still haven't got the Eagles off. We still haven't got the Chiefs offense in full throttle just yet. Now, honestly, I don't think Pacheco can really offer anything else that he ain't already offered. It's just his play style. Like it only give you like a short 4 to 5 year shelf life. And then not to mention his he broke his leg, I think last year or something like that, or year before last. But fire all those people with the Ravens. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all, D Black. All right. Got 2 more games here from last week. I wish my boy Bearded was up in here. Because we talking about him right now. The Bears. In Chicago. What it say? Chicken in the car and the car won't go. That's how you spell Chicago. My mama taught me that when I was a little boy. Shout out to LG. Shout out to LG, man. Uh, 25-24. Chicago 25, Vegas 24. Now, what really fucking sucks about that is my boy Ashton Genty actually had a damn good game. Now, I know my boy, if he's still in here, I know my boy Rod was talking about Caleb Williams earlier. I know him and my boy KJ had their discourse about Caleb Williams. And how many touchdowns he threw? He threw 1 touchdown. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit y'all. Hey boy, that boy Geno pen ran out of ink. I know my boy Tony partner said that they finally wrote back. Hey man, Geno's pen ran out of ink. He stopped writing. He stopped using the manuscript because, dude, this motherfucker was a pick machine last week. Only 117, 2 touchdowns, and 3 INTs. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty, bro. Caleb Williams, 22 for 37, 212 in the touchdown. Now, let me ask y'all this. Based off what okay, 4 games into this year compared to 4 games into last year, what do y'all think about Caleb Williams? Like, give me y'all honest opinion. Give me y'all honest opinion about Caleb Williams. Ashton Genty. Well, I'll type this up. Hold on. Ashton Genty. 21 carries. 138. Touchdown. Let me see right quick. Ashton Genty had 21 carries, a buck 38, touchdown. I'm Caleb Williams bias. I'm a USC fan, good or bad. Okay, that's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. But let me put Caleb Williams back up here. Now, I think this is my take on it. I think Caleb Williams is trending in the right direction. And there are, all right, now I know my boy Rod put up some stats earlier about Caleb Williams on third down, how he's constantly converting, what should I say? He's converting at a 45% rate, third and long. Now, that's actually pretty fucking good. Like, I can't lie about that. Is it half? No. But 45% conversion rate on third, and let me make sure I read this shit right. I believe it said like on 3rd and 12 or longer. Pause. Let me see what he's talking about. Let me see what he said. Hold on right quick, y'all. Yeah, notable down the distance from the game last week. That was a 2nd and 17, 2nd and 32, 3rd and 4, 2nd and 34, 3rd and 34, 3rd and 15. And yeah, his average distance on third down is 8.5 yards. So that means he's constantly at 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9. And he's converting at a 45% rate. That's actually pretty good. No. He be here on Tuesdays for sure. He's gonna pop in here eventually one of these sports days, but definitely on Tuesdays. I agree. Like, do we got that dog in him? No, at least not initially. It ain't came out yet. And I know that's against the rule of thumb, considering that, you know, if you a dog, it shows up rather it's in you or not. Some people have to grow into that. Some. Generally, you have it and you display it. But Caleb, he got the right person with him. I mean, he's in a better situation than what he was at first. All things considered. Lord knows Matt Eberflus. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness gracious. But I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know who I fuck with out there in Oakland, in Las Vegas. That's Max Crosby. Max Crosby is the goddamn man. I ain't bullshitting. I ain't bullshitting at all. I'm not bullshitting at all. And the last game, okay, well, not the last game. Let's just do this right quick. That Monday night football game wasn't really nothing to really talk about. The Dolphins losing Tyreek Hill, that really put a kibosh in all that trade talk with Tyreek Hill. It put the kibosh on that. it put the kibosh on all that. I mean, if we thought he was getting a second or third round now, I mean, hopefully when he comes back, he looks somewhat like he did. But at 32 years old, having torn multiple ligaments in your leg, including your ACL, while dislocating your kneecap, that's tough to come back from, especially at 32, because he'll be 32 next year. At the very least, he'll be back at the trade deadline. At the earliest, I should say. And as far as the Bengals and the fucking Broncos, what a snooze fest. I really didn't give a good goddamn about that game. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a longer recovery. You are right about that. No doubt, Madison. No doubt. Now, everybody's favorite game of the week. Packers. Packers 40. Cowboys 40. What a bummer, bro. What an anticlimactic finish to a game. And I respect that. I respect that. Bring your husband to the channel, man. He's definitely more than welcome. You too. But what an anticlimactic way to end a football game. Like, this is, like they said, this is like kissing your sister, bro. This is terrible. Like, and to be honest, this is worse on the Packers than it is on the Cowboys. And let's be honest about something. I know the Cowboys get a lot of hate generally because of who they are and what they represent. But Dak Prescott is actually playing at the MVP level. Like, can we at least agree on that? Dak Prescott is if the season ended today, I'm not saying he'll win the MVP, but he's definitely in the conversation. Dak been playing his ass off this year, to be honest. And another thing we got to do, we got to give some respect to Brian Schottenheimer. When he got hired from that job, everybody was like, bro, what the hell? Ain't no way anybody, anywhere, okay, it's one of this. Nobody anywhere said that was a great hire. I remember that man, but it was actually the best hire for Dak, because what it does for Dak is he don't have to go learn another offense. He gets to stay in the same offense he's been in. And shout out to George Crash Shot Pickens, man. George Pickens, yeah, you know what? George Pickens gonna yeah. Let me go ahead on and type him up right quick. George Crash Shot Pickens. Yeah, I'm gonna even put the crash shot part in there. Yeah, eight receptions. Let me check them out right quick. 8 receptions, $134, 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Jordan Love, 31 for 43, 337 yards, and three touchdowns. All went to Romeo Dobbs, by the way. Whoever had him on their fantasy, you did wonders this week. Yeah, I even put the crash shot on had to. George Crash Out Pickens. Oh, I respect that. I love that. Yeah. No bullshit. Dislike it. Like, I love that they went for it. Matter of fact, I got something for that. 1 second. Matter of fact, let me heart that right quick. Whatever. It's still that. Hey. Respect. NFL young boy. Now that was funny. That I remember when you first said that, boy. I cried laughing. But no, I'm gonna tell you something about George Pickens. George Pickens is in a very unique spot right now. I don't know if you know, but he's actually in a contract year, if I'm not mistaken. So he's looking to get paid. And Jerry Jones trading away Michael Parsons opened up the bank. I mean, they lineman got broke off 80 or 90 something million. They re-signed Deron Bland, which I believe was a reach. That's just me. I mean, but hey, do as you will. So I don't number one corner type of money. No, I don't see it in him. But hey, Javonte Williams, 20 carries for 85 yards. Not gonna lie, he's having a career resurgence right now. And I'm not gonna lie, there was one play that Dak threw. Fact. There's one play that Dak threw to Tolbert. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's a hell of a throw to make, but that's amazing technique for Tolbert to break his route down and come back to the ball. That's something that is a lost art amongst receivers, especially out here in pickup and in flag. Coming back to the ball and making yourself quarterback friendly is one of the biggest things you can do during the scramble drill. Because sometimes the quarterback will just throw it out there and hope because you're in the area and I hope that you do the rest to come and get it. It's a 50-50 relationship. It has to be. Now, as far as I know this is skating back a little bit, but I gotta respond to this comment. What I think about this right here, Sean McVay pretty much summed it up right here. It was a bad play call. It was a bad call by me. I'm sick right now because I put our players in a shitty spot, and I've got to live with that. I appreciate him owning up to that. But hey, Sean McVay, I wouldn't expect anything less, quite honestly. As far as all things considered, Michael Parsons had one sack in this game, and it was the sack on Dak Prescott, which I'd argue he would have still got the first thing. It wasn't goal to go. I believe they still could have got a first down on that play. I mean, who's to say the way physics work out and sometimes how tackles get funny and niggas land in crazy spots sometimes. I mean, who's to say Dak probably still would have fell in the end zone. But I put it like this, man, $47 million motherfucking dollars, you got to give me more than just 2.5 sacks. Especially when there's a guy out there that's making $7 million less and he has way more sacks than you. I'm just saying, like you said, whom is given a lot is expected. And I'm just like that. Like $47 million for quarterback money, brother, you got to be out there getting a sack every game. Hell, you need to be on kickoff, special team, everything. Every goddamn thing. All right, so I went through the games of the week. It only took me about 2 hours to do it. But y'all know how we do it out here, my peoples. Lord bless the Jets. Bless the Jets. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I mean, I guess it remains. I guess we'll never know type of thing. I'm not saying he would have ran through. I'm not saying Dak would have ran through, bro. But who knows how, bro? Maybe he wouldn't have hit Dak high. Maybe he would have went for the legs. Who knows? Because you know how quarterbacks work that slide and shit. So that's why I hate that defenders have been stripped over the years of how to tackle. Now, I don't know if y'all caught that shit on X. That Mount Rushmore on Twitter with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Ari Emanuel, and I forgot the other guy's name. And y'all know I had to react to this. So, you know, they were talking about receivers. And I'm gonna put up Brady's Mount Rushmore first. He had Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, Rob Gronkowski. And they had to pick one tight end. You had to pick a tight end. All right. And this was Peyton Manning's. Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison, Raymond Berry, Tony Gonzalez. Now tell me who would be y'all 3 receivers and 4 tight end and 1 tight end. Mount Rushmore. I'll give y'all about 60 seconds to get that. Mount Rushmore pass catchers. Three wide receivers, one tight end. I said 33. God damn it. God damn it, y'all. Three wide receivers, one tight end. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't dislike anyone's list, but the final list they ended up coming with, because okay, everybody that's there's 4 of them there. Everybody got to make a list, and then they got to make one big list that everybody agrees on. And the final list ended up being Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Marvin Harrison, and Gronk. So the reason and the reason why Peyton Manning picked this guy, I don't know if any. Well, I just had it pulled up, son of a bitch. I don't know if any one of y'all is familiar with Raymond Berry's work. This is back in the Johnny Unitas days. He was the first pure route runner. He was the first pure route runner in the NFL. If you go look at a lot of his clips, I ain't gonna lie, he running some hella fire routes. Now, now listen, let's just cut to the chase right quick. If we're being honest, y'all, if you don't have Randy Moss on your list, I swear to God, we are done talking. We are done talking. If Jerry Rice is not on your list. Now, my list would be this right here. We got Jerry. We got Jerry Rice. I gotta go with Larry Fitz, y'all. Like, I know people love Randy Moss, and I do too. But Larry Fitz had terrible quarterbacks, bro. Moss died out there in Oakland, which a lot of people do go out to Oakland to ride away. But when we talk about Moss, and look, I know what he is, but I'm just being honest. When we talk about Randy Moss, we are talking about him specifically with the Patriots and with the Vikings. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. Okay, you're right about that. I give it to Don Hudson. Larry Fitz, Jerry Rice, Larry Fitz. I gotta go with T.O., man. I gotta go with T.O. I do, bro. T.O. quarterback killer for sure. But T.O., he done more to me. Look, I'm not saying that Randy Moss isn't good, isn't great, because he is. But let's be honest, he really was a one-trick pony. Now, don't get me wrong, that one trick. That one trick is phenomenal. But T.O., 49ers. T.O., the Eagles. T.O., the Cowboys. Oh, you can't forget about Dante Culpepper now. But yeah, his best year was his rookie year in 98. That's the year that we refer to. 98 and maybe 2003. But 98 for sure. And if I had to pick a tight end, yeah, you got to give me Gronk. I ain't going to bullshit you. You got to give me Rob Gronkowski. That's my list. You got to give me Gronk. You got to. Nah, I don't want to just, Gronk now. And I got to give it to Gronk. I got to. But that's my reactions to the Mount Rushmores. Now, I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because we've been on there for about 2 hours, man. I'm sure I'm probably boring some people. But to the people that's still around, Lord, I appreciate every one of y'all. Week 5 of the NFL schedule is coming up. I'll just share the screen for this one. I don't really need the audio. Week 5 is coming up. And these are the matchups we got on the slate coming down the pike. Oh, come on now. I need you to cross over, baby. Keep up with me. Keep up with me. These. Is my shit gonna come up? God damn it. All right. Well, we got Minnesota and Cleveland right now. I don't have the spreads pulled up, but y'all know I'm a spread guy. I'm gonna pick it as if we're going for the money line every game. Okay, Minnesota and Cleveland, and in Cleveland, or actually out there in London. Give me Minnesota. Give me Minnesota. I'll take Minnesota. My boy Rob, fuck with me. I'll take Minnesota. Vegas and Indy. If they can get a handle on Max Crosby, Indy could definitely control this game. I think Indy is going to play a more disciplined game this week. So I think I got to take Indy on this one. I definitely got to take Indy on this one, y'all. And New Orleans and the Giants. I'm not mad at Till. I think when I think of my worst, I think Impact Fist was the first real big shot at 8. Now, facts. Facts. I ain't mad about that. What the hell? Okay, well, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to have to do it, because my shit is lagging the fuck. All right. We got 1 second, y'all. Excuse me. We got the Browns and Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. Yeah, we just got to take that down because that shit is making my shit lag like a motherfucker. Colts, Raiders. Winner Colts. Giants, Saints. Winner is Giant. Hold on, y'all. Winner is the Jets. Oh, yeah. I got to take that down. My bad, y'all. Good shit. Forgive the fuck out of me. All right. The Birds. Broncos. Winner. Birds. Texans. Hey, any questions? Do anybody got any questions while I'm typing this out? I'm here to answer any questions that you got for me. Any questions y'all got for me while I type this out? Colts has momentum. They could. They should. They should. But that AD Mitchell fumble, I ain't gonna lie. And that holding call really just knocked the wind out their sails. That's for sure. Arizona Titans. Tampa Bay. Seattle. All right, this is what I got so far, y'all. Browns and Vikings, winner the Vikings. Colts and Raiders, winner the Colts. Giants and Saints, winner the Giants. Jets and Dallas, winner the Jets. Eagles, Broncos, winner Birds. Texans, Baltimore, winner Texans. Miami, Carolina, winner Carolina. I got you in 1 second, Black. That's what I got so far for week 5. That's what I got so far. Buffalo Patriot. That's what I got so far for this week. For the week 5 slate. Tell me if you agree or disagree. And this is part 2. I got the Titans. I got the Cards over the Titans. The Bucks over to Seattle. Detroit will murder the Bengals. The Commanders will fall to the Chargers. Buffalo over the Patriots. Kansas City over the Jaguars. Now, I will say this about Buffalo, not for all my bettors out there. Y'all know how I feel about this. If Buffalo are the favorites, which they are, 8-point favorites, you bet against Buffalo. I'm taking the Patriots and the points. But straight up, head to head, I'm definitely taking Buffalo. I have no reason to believe in the Patriots over Buffalo, even though it's a Stephon Diggs revenge game. That's what I got for the week 5 slate. I'll go through it again. Browns and Vikings, I got the Vikings. Colts and Raiders, I got the Colts. Giants and Saints, I got the Giants. Jets and Dallas, I got the Jets. Eagles and Broncos, I got the Birds. Texans and Baltimore, I got the Texans. Miami and Carolina, I have Carolina. Titans and Cards, I got the Cardinals. Bucks and Seattle, I have the Bucks. Detroit will murder the Bengals. The Commanders will fall to the Chargers. Buffalo over the Patriots. Kansas City over the Jags. That's what I got. And what I think about the Chiefs 2025 after game 4, I will say this. They are getting their shit together, but they need to get it together a lot faster. And Rashee Rice, I think he only have another week on suspension. He should be back at week 7. We're at week 5. So, yeah. When he comes back, I still will wait like until week 10 so he can fully get acclimated back into football, because sitting down this long, not actually absorbing contact, that could lead to, injuries, setbacks, whatever. But once they have it together, we'll be able to gauge the Chiefs in this full totality. And like I said, I don't count them out until it says eliminated from playoff contention. Do I think you gotta complete that for me, Black? Come on, shit's back up. Week 5. For the people that didn't get to see it. Yes. Yes, I have no reason to believe that they not. I have no reason to believe that they won't be. Like, defense is their strongest point. As long as they have Spags, they have a shot. As long as you got Spags, Chris Jones, 15, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid all operating together, they got a chance, man. It's tough to count them out. There's only one team that seems to have their number. We all know who that be. And this is the Vikings injury list going into week 5. J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly, O'Neal, Jurgens, and Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel is definitely out this week, which sucks, but you know how it goes. You don't agree with what you think they will be back? You think they're not back? You think it's over for them? Well, that is like blocker. Explain yourself. Let me know something. And while we at it, y'all, I just gotta let it be known that if you want to support the show, this is the best way to do it, y'all. Cash App, money sign, STSJDub, PayPal, john.wiley316@gmail.com. That's where all our donations for the show goes to. And I promise you, we appreciate any and all that donate, that chips in, that be here with us week for week. Those that's been here since day one, that support my sports talk show and my wrestling podcast, our wrestling podcast. I'm sorry. As you see right here, that's my boy J Dub. That's me right there, obviously. 2 Hills, 1 show, 2 Hills shooting the shit with you. I ain't gonna lie. It feels so out of place me saying it. My boy not here to do the with you. It's cool logo, man. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all think about the logo, by the way. Remember, always like, share, and subscribe. And everybody is welcome for sure. You got to hit that up, y'all. You got to hit that up. All my people that support me, man, make sure y'all support this. Okay. I'm saying I agree with you. They still got one of the best quarterbacks known in human mankind. Nah, facts. Bad son of a bitch is what I call him. Bad motherfucker. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, come get yourself some. Come get yourself some of them right now. Now, with all that being said, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you, bro, more than anybody else outside of Tiger Mike for obvious reasons. You've been here since day one, bro. You said I don't even watch wrestling, but I'll come and support, and I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that a whole hell of a lot. You just don't know. But with that being said, my peoples, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful kicking with y'all, man. Y'all just don't know it, bro. Like, this shit really just inspired me to keep shit going and to keep me interacting with y'all, man. Like, I've said on numerous occasions, this is what I want to do with myself. Radio broadcasting, sports broadcasting, even if I got to do it by way of podcasting, hey, this is what I want to do. And honestly, to see my people in here engaging and communicating and we talking amongst each other, man, that's a beautiful thing. I can't lie about that. Man, love too, bro. Always love and respect, bro. You one of the people that really inspired me, bro, to keep me on the right track. I know it's not a lot of those in the community, bro. Like, but I'm lucky that I have a few of those between you, my boy Jaleel, Hooks, Peanut. Nah, for sure, bro. We here. We here, bro. We are here. We got to get you on the show, bro. We got to get you on the show. You know, Tony then came up, bro. You got to come up too, bro. Hold on, I'm looking for something right quick that I need to promote before I get up out of here. Okay. Okay. My boy Monkey Man is supposed to send me something. I wonder if he sent that shit. Nah, for sure. Anytime, bro. Like, I dropped that link in the chat for people to come up and we can really just sit here and talk about it. Okay, well, I just got to do it like this. Hold on right quick, y'all. Oop, hold on. Hold on. Okay. My bad, y'all. I just gotta get this right. It wouldn't be right if I ain't promote my people. Nah, for sure. We gotta do it, brother. We gotta do it. And we're gonna open up the lines. We're gonna open up the lines on the wrestling podcast too. That's the only thing we haven't really just touched on just yet. But I love what we're doing on Tuesdays. We be having people in there actively engaging, and some of these people I've never met a day in my life. But you know, I just appreciate the back and forth, the Ganser, the way that they come in and support. Hey, that's love right there. That's motherfucking love. Okay. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Oh, wait. Hold on. Damn. Ah. Sometimes I hate technology, bro. It really just be fucking with me in the wrong ways. Since they want to be like that, we can do it just like this. Okay. 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 They don't want to. They hating on my boy Bearded right now, bro. And I don't like that. My phone hating on my boy. Okay, it should pull up now. Okay, bet. Up. Okay. We got it up there. Okay. Now, before we go, I gotta show love to my boy Monkey Man. Go support my boy channel right here. Talking Monkey Business with Monkey Man. He's active every day. Good quality entertainment podcast right there. They touch a variety of topics. Shout out to my boy Bearded. He ain't hopping in here today, but he will be in here. And there's one more that I'm forgetting. Hold on. I got to show love to my boy. That's for damn sure. I was just on my boy panel just the other day. Hold on right quick. All right, hold on. We getting it right. I promise you, bro. I'm gonna get better at this. I'm gonna get better at this, bro. I promise you that. I promise you. Hold on. Safari. Yeah, this will be the new night, Friday. Yeah, we're gonna make the executive decision right now. We're gonna be coming live every Friday now. All right. Enter. Okay. Gotta get my boy up in here. All right. Can't forget my boy for show TV, man. Real good television out there. I be on this podcast all the time too. I need to do more appearances on there. Shout out to my boy for sure. Shout out to my boy Bearded. Shout out to my boy Monk. And with that being said, people, it's been a great 2.5 hours sitting here kicking it with y'all, talking this good sports talk over here at the program. But yours truly, the host that does the absolute most, Young Nike Fam Amazing. When we are here, and it is the family, and that A definitely stands for amazing. So make sure y'all come back Tuesday. We got that good wrestling talk coming on, and then come back with me next Friday. That's right, Friday, and we will be right here talking that good wrestle talk. I mean, that good sports talk with you. And again, before I get up out of here, got to make sure we plug this right here. My boy D-Law, HBK Sports. His son is having a color run at Green York Elementary out there in Pearland. Donate anything. If it's $1, if it's a quarter, make sure we support our kids, man. We love the kids over here at this program. If you got anything that you want to help promote, especially with the kids, just send it to me. Reach out to me. What's up, bro? You came in at the end. Reach out to me. Make sure you get with me so I can promote it on the program. We got to support the kids, y'all. We got to do that. And with that being said, 4 fingers means peace on both hands. Yeah. Y'all know what to do, man. I know what to do. I'm going to send you the link. I got you. I'm going to send you the link for sure. Whoa. Where is it at? Media assets. There we go, y'all. And y'all know how we like to do this.
Mix it in right with the Sprite.
I got you. No problem. I got you.
Oh yeah, it's black on this track. It's static and stacks. We stacking up racks cause we racking up tracks and we track up a storm. While it's storming, relax. The team on our backs, we sturdy. That's facts. We stumbled and struggled. Now our pockets is fat. Up out of the gutter. Ain't no looking back. We building an empire, simple as that. We lead from the front. Used to be in the back like the waist, man. Now we in your face, man. We ain't running the show or the place, man. It's for that paper. We out on a chase, man. Stop snacking. Get more than the taste, fam. Diamonds on glisten while fans rock and listen. We run with boss women, no simping, no pimping, no limping. We strut, our swagger too much. Be out in them guts till they and ease up. Slice on the course, rubbing elbows with money. 4 under par, smart brother, no dummy. Bet him a pension, then pay him his money. He chat about his business and tell how he run it. It's funny, they thinking the hood need a friend. Tell all your secrets, he can't comprehend. That we taking notes, we plotting on boats. Big mansions, exotics, and sowing our oats. Bringing queens to the table that carry our seed. Generations of growth, we pull up them weeds. Pedicure yards, buying our bars. Haters exhausted, we take it too far, going too hard.
Respect the motherfucking record.
Yeah.
Table shit, nigga.
That's on me.
Yo,
25 fighters on my motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure. Not, don't test us. Pop on a fucking op. Ooh, my pleasure. Please, Lord, ooh, bless them. Pop the stretcher. 25 fighters on my motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure. Not, don't test us. Pop on a fucking op. Ooh, my pleasure. Please, Lord, ooh, bless them. Pop the stretcher.
25 on me, it's a must that I can rep the game. My flow is cozy like the 2 E's on Cody's name. Hey, LeVar Ball, we ball. Stay up in your lane, the pop a perk, get hella hurt, but I promise it won't change a thing. Tell a niggas speed up, they ain't fast enough. Sorry having mood swings, that bitch that be acting up. Niggas think they honest till they see that we get bigger bucks. Niggas say they coming for us, dog, but we don't give a fuck. Yeah, big ballin' shit, a nigga you ain't seen such. Word the live exclusive, man, I promise we gonna live it up. Yeah, I'm out the family, nigga, so ain't no switching up. You say you won't smoke until we roll them problems in the Dutch. I'm taking all my shots like Kobe, dog, we in the clutch. You say you digging me, then use your shovel, you ain't dug enough. I told them greatness, yeah, they gotta face it. Them niggas like your cable subscription, them niggas basic, it's the family, fame.
25 fighters on my motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure. Not, don't test us. Pop on a fucking op. Ooh, my pleasure. Please, Lord, ooh, bless them. Pop the stretcher.
motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure, not don't test us. Hop on the fucking op with my pleasure. Please, Lord, will bless them.
I'm a different type of thug, homie. I'm all about applying pressure. Type of shit that had you laying on the stretcher. Get the tech if you aggressive. My whole team here to send a message. Leave your mama in depression. But be careful where you stepping. I'm that nigga. Down to squeeze triggers. But I'm here to chase the bag. I'm only shooting for the figures. Roll the dope quicker. Only way to get the biscuit bigger. Nike fam, that's my niggas. Table shit, come fuck with us. Trying to replace me, but I'm the one that made you. Bitch niggas try to shake you. Real niggas won't let it phase you. I'm loaded on that good smoke. Gas that'll bake you. Got me feeling playful. Well, I know you niggas hateful. My baby, she my world. I'm just hoping that she faithful. Lord, I gotta thank you. With some real ones in my stable. My team making moves. Ready, willing, able. Shaping the music game, but no squares at the table.
25 fighters on my motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure, not don't test us. Hop on the fucking op with my pleasure. Please, Lord, will bless them. Pop the stretcher. 25 fighters on my motherfucking dresser. I got the pressure, not don't test us. Hop on the fucking op with my pleasure. Please, Lord, will bless them.